Silver is back above the $52 mark, and the entire market is buzzing. Physical outflows are accelerating, vault levels in China keep hitting new lows, and analysts are calling this one of the most doubted all-time highs in commodity history. Hansa Cherney's update. Silver just pushed above $52, and the important part isn't the breakout itself, but why this chart looks the way it does. Look at the price action. This doesn't look like hype. It doesn't look like a random pump. It looks like steady, persistent accumulation. Hansa is emphasizing that the move above $52 isn't happening like a typical hype-driven spike. He's pointing to the structure of the chart, slow, consistent buying pressure, which often signals stronger underlying demand instead of short-term excitement. The key takeaway here is about the pattern, not a prediction. Alistair MacLeod's observation. Silver backwardation between London spot and COMEX increasing this morning. Now gold is in backwardation, developing. Here, Alistair is focusing on backwardation, a condition where the spot price is higher than futures. This usually suggests tightness in the physical market. He's noting that not only silver, but now gold is showing the same structure, hinting at interesting shifts in how physical supply is behaving. Again, it's an observation, not a forecast. Mineko's comment. Could this be a mini teacup and handle formation in silver, a fractal of the 45-year one? Here Mineko is referring to a classic technical pattern, the cup and handle. He's wondering if silver may be forming a smaller version of a much longer-term structure. This is basically a chart pattern question, not a prediction. It tells us the technical community is closely watching how the chart is shaping up. Just Dario's take. The ongoing clash of titans in the silver market, started last week, couldn't be more obvious. I feel that if DEC futures settle at the current spread versus spot, they can trigger a ton of requests of physical deliveries and kick off the mother of all silver squeezes. Dario is describing the tension between futures markets and physical demand. He mentions that if the December futures contract settles where it is now, it could lead to increased requests for physical delivery. He's framing it as a possibility, not a guarantee, and he's highlighting the intensity of the current market dynamics. According to FX Empire, silver recently moved above the $51.50 level, which analysts describe as a sign of renewed market strength. They also note that the $54 area is currently being watched as an important resistance zone. On the downside, analysts point out that the $50 level is a key support area being monitored, with another support region around $47. The analysis also mentions several concerns. One of the main points is that trading volume is lower compared to previous rallies, which raises questions about how strong the current buying activity may be. Analysts suggest that market participants keep an eye on momentum around these price zones, as reactions around resistance or support can offer insight into market behavior. FX Empire also highlights that movements in the US dollar can influence silver, since silver often reacts inversely to changes in the dollar. Gold Silver HQ's update. Another big silver outflow out of the Shanghai vault, minus 2.8% in only one day. At this rate, empty vaults by end of the year. Gold Silver HQ is highlighting a major decline in Shanghai vault inventories, with a 2.8% drop in just one day. That's a sizable move in physical outflows, and the post suggests continued pressure on supply if this pace keeps up. It's an observation about the ongoing physical strain in the Chinese market. The Old Pretender's comment. The silver price is enjoying a bit of a recovery run, but leveraged paper traders should keep well away because COMEX options expiry in next Monday. The Old Pretender is pointing to short-term volatility around futures and options. His note focuses on timing, specifically the upcoming COMEX options expiry.
and how that period can often bring unpredictable moves. This is more about market mechanics than predictions. Rock bottoms post. This is the most hated, most doubted all-time high print in commodity history. And that's exactly why silver will go parabolic. At SLV, at SIL, at SILJ. Rock bottom is describing sentiment, how even at all-time highs, many traders still doubt the move. That emotional contrast is what he's talking about. He expresses his own opinion about the potential for a strong move, but it's framed as his personal viewpoint, not as fact. Gold predators analysis. Silver has never closed above $50 in its entire history. October 2025 was a strong attempt, but it failed to close above this level. November is trading above $50 again, but until a confirmed monthly close occurs, the price may fluctuate within the blue zone before continuing higher. Overall, the setup remains very bullish, pointing to substantial gains in the months ahead. Gold Predator is giving a technical perspective, focusing on monthly closes rather than intraday spikes. He explains that historically, silver has never finished a month above $50, and notes that November is challenging that level again. His view centers on chart structure and longer-term patterns. Hansa Charney's new thread. China's silver shortage is getting worse, and the data just confirmed it. China's SGE and SHFE silver vaults just hit another new low. Not yesterday, not last week, today, again. This is no longer a trend, this is a structural shortage unfolding in real time. Hansa is emphasizing ongoing declines in both SGE and SHFE silver inventories. He stresses that the drop isn't a one-off, it's repeating, and he describes it as a structural shortage rather than a temporary pattern. His thread focuses strongly on physical market tightness in China. So together, these posts point toward tight Chinese inventories, upcoming futures expiries, uncertain sentiment at all-time highs, and important technical levels around the $50 mark. Each voice offers a different angle, giving a fuller view of the current silver landscape. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing in this content is financial advice or investment advice. Always do your own research and consult a licensed professional before making any financial decisions.